All right, we are ready to film this video. Just a reminder that you are not missing a live here. This is pre-recorded using the unlisted feature in the studio so that I can post it later and get things done. Right now I'm only going live on Mondays and days, and we'll do occasionally a day at another time, you know, on a different day of the week and stuff. But for now, in between, there will be videos of the usual suspects. So today is Wednesday's magazine harvesting for the 3rd of April, the day after my birthday. I'll be one day older than 53 when you watch this. So all the magazine pages out of that in style that I thought we could use. So I had talked about, I need to trim the edge because that's the rough edge, but I want to take this shadow piece and use it somewhere. And then I think we'll cut them out and use them in the People-y book. So the People-y book I haven't scheduled the live for, so you may see me use this in the People-y book before you see me harvest it. It is a possibility. So let's get this stuff trimmed down. I'm going to move these down here. And that way we have some place to put the images when we're done cutting them. It was 71 degrees today. Amazing for this time of year. You're probably thinking, oh, that's wonderful. But that just means winter is over, probably. And so there's our shadow picture. And then summer is coming. Because we get a very short, this nice springtime where it's nice in the evening and it's warm during the day and it's beautiful. But the evil weather is coming. Make no mistake. Okay, so, gosh, I hate to cut this short because look at his fabulous pink tights. But we only have the face people roll is only 6 inches tall. So we really only have 6 inches to work with. So we're never going to know that he had fabulous pink tights. I mean, we know. Okay, so there we go. For now, I may fussy cut her out because I think that would be a good idea. But for now, I'm just going to trim it down. And I'll see how I feel about it later on. And that's as small as I'm going to cut it because I probably am going to fussy cut it. So let's put the bigger image on the bottom. That'll make that stack easier to pick up. I love the architecture on here. So we may use this for our neighborhood book where we have a little bit more. I think that one is I think I just actually want to cut the words off and we'll see. You know, people hang out on the stoop all the time. Shoot, I'm cutting on the edge that's not straight. And there's some words right here. You can't see right here. That I want to cut off anyway. Because that bottom is not straight. The bottom of the page is not straight. And we'll wind up cutting up some of that. But I would like to have all this architectural stuff. So I think this could be part of our neighborhood. Yeah. I think that could be fun. Now, I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure our roll is 12 inches tall. So this may fit on there in total. Look at those shoes. They look like they'd like to eat us for dinner. Okay. So this one is just for the words, for ransom letters. It's nice a size of letter. So let's go ahead and That's good. Cut this down. So yeah, so kind of warm during the days, which can make it very hot inside. I've been sleeping weird. I've been going to bed like between 7 and 9 in the morning now. And so I'm sleeping until 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And, oh, shoot. I let that move. Let's see if we can't fix that. Sorry. Sometimes once you've made a mistake, it's easier to... We're going to lose the B and maybe the U. Let me cut the B off because that's sliced into. No, the U is going to be fine. And we'll take these for ransom letters. I had one a little border on either side of it, but it was all crooked where I screwed up, and there was no saving that. So there we go. Problem solved. We have letters to cut out later. Okay. All I want to do on this page is trim the white off. I just want the ocean part, and we have 2 of those. Sometimes I like to put this kind of stuff in a journal. It's kind of bland, but it adds something to the page, and you can still, because it's so light, you can write right over the top of it. And so I do that sometimes. I mean, I even wrote over that piece of cake in that one journal. I love that journal. Okay, let's see if it says anything. Nope, that's just Calvin Klein information. So that will probably go in a journal of some sort. They're not 100% the same, but I think they were right next to each other. And I'm actually going to cut this part off because that's it's detracting from the overall. There we go. There. So you can write right over the top of all of that, and you'll still be able to read it, but you have the nice, the decorative look of the beach picture, you know, of the sea. If you like gray, cloudy days, that's kind of, it's probably taken close to sunset or shortly after sunrise, honestly. Nice gray skies, though. I like that kind of thing. So there's our second one. All right. Oh, and I found this baby pig picture for the desk cleanup journal. It's too cute for words. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Yeah, so we wanted her face, so we're going to cut down most of her hair and just cut her down to her face. Just trim off this side, that's the rough edge. On the top here. And then okay. And that's what we wound up with. There we go. Okay, this will be for the Foodatini. So we're just gonna kind of tear around it. And I do want to take these words off here. We will trim at the top here because you know how it is. Sorry, that was kind of loud. We don't want that white part. If we want that to be the edge, we don't want to have the extra white at the top. And then we'll just tear down this side as well. And that gives something to work with for the Foodatini, which is over on Patreon. It's going to be free content. Okay. And next up, there were only 2 food images in the whole magazine that were, but look at that. Yum, yum, right? So again, we're going to take the top edge here, just because that seems, we can always tear it off later. But I love pancakes in all their forms. I love them. So, and that's ready for the fettuccine as well. There we go. Let's get rid of the scraps. Okay, now I picked this one because it's kind of, it's a little, that, you know, it's taken close to sunset probably. And we have another cutoff piece here. Those go together, but I'm going to use them in probably 2 separate spots. So this could go in a haunted journal. This could just be, but I love, it has kind of a creepy, spooky vibe to it. So I'm going to, and then I love this doorway. So I'm going to take the doorway. I don't much care about that image. She's possibly one of our white dress ladies for the serial killer. And I'll show you another one in a minute. We have 3 to choose from. So I like those. I like this one. And I don't really, the back is not of much interest to me. It's a nice picture though. Kind of a family thing going on. So we want this one, and definitely this one. But what I may do here is do a torn edge because of the words. There we go. And because of that, now I'm okay probably with the bottom being, because it's probably going to go at the bottom of the page. We'll tear at the bottom if it's not going to go. And I want to take just the least amount of possible off this side. Because I don't want to lose that creepy tree, you know. No losing the creepy tree. I will trim a little off the bottom though where those words are. Because I don't like there to be words or numbers or stuff at the bottom of the... I just don't. It's me. And we'll take that big eye as well, I think. So there we go. I don't love how this is torn. It's a little choppier than, but I don't want to... You see? There, that's a little better. I don't like the little spiky pieces. Okay. So let's get that underneath here. See about this eye. Let me grab a drink real quick, you guys. I know these are definitely more fun to do if we are doing them in person. We need to trim the edge. That's the raw edge. All right. I hope everybody is doing well. I do miss seeing you guys, you know, on the shoot. Not quite. Yeah, that's better. Okay. We're not going to need that part, but I don't want to cut right through the top of the eye. Kind of defeats the purpose of doing this, you know. And then just trim down this side. And then I see, because I couldn't leave a thing at the bottom because the color changes and there were words right there, I'm going to cut that top closer as well so it matches. I don't suppose it really matters. It's an aesthetic thing for me. I like it that way. Okay, so let's cut just the tiniest little... And I love a nice, good vertical. You don't get many long, skinny vertical picks. So I am always glad to find one. And I hate to cut them down if I don't have to, you know. My cutting board has a little bit of static. I am going to cut a little bit. Oh, you know what? I need to cut this way first because I do want to keep that door image. So let's cut it down the side here first. And I think that will do it right there. And then let's go ahead and trim this here. here. That will definitely be for our neighborhood. We're going to have the weirdest neighborhood ever. I am going to have to cut some off the top here just because we have kind of... No, I think I'm going to leave it. I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, now let's get the top trim here. And I'm going to cut just a tiny bit of those clouds away. But there we go. And you can see some houses or maybe a little village in the background. Looks like maybe a vineyard or a farm of some sort. But I love it's a little bit of a creepy vibe for me. Some of you may just see a nice evening shot, you know. But you know, I lean towards the creepy. So with the white dress ladies, we have these two, and then there is another one on this side. Once Upon a Time. So I have to decide which of them is going to go with that Airstream camper with the white curtain hanging in the window. This is, I guess, the lady that played Cinderella in a recent movie, 2015-ish. I'm kind of leaning towards one of these just because it's a more compact shot and our journal's not real tall. And I do like the Once Upon a Time. So I'm going to trim the rough... I'm just going to trim the rough edge off and go kind of around the page. I'm going to keep the Once Upon a Time, but I need it to be smaller to be able to store it. So we'll probably cut these other words off here and trim this down so that we don't have quite so much just... you know, unnecessary. It's easy for the picture to get damaged that way while I'm storing it. But yeah, so these are my two choices, I think. It's the same lady. It's just what shot we want. So here we go. There we go. Oh, we didn't get that quite over far enough. There we go. Been doing a little cleaning in my room, like trying to get things better organized as I've been. I'm just cutting the name off. Her name, I guess, Stella McCartney. Oh, the dress is by Stella McCartney. So there we go. And then we'll take this little D as well. There we go. All right. I'm kind of leaning towards this image, but they're both very nice. So, and then this is another option, but we'd have to cut it off at some point because for now, I'm just going to trim it for words and trim off the rough edge on this side. A little bit of trash up here. And it stuck to my finger. Like I said, I don't like to. We won't be able to use something this big in the journal, but I don't know where we would need to cut it at if we were to use this one. So I'm going to leave it whole for now. Now here's another, and I think this is, let's see. I don't know if this is the same lady, but I love the windblown look of her hair. So she is also a possibility, and we're going to cut where I hate to lose her arm over here, but I don't want these words. And so I'd rather... And then the whole back of the magazine had a folded. That was on me. It didn't come like that. I just laid it down wrong, and it sat there like that for a day or so. So that is also... So probably what I'm honestly leaning towards is this one or this one. I do like the windblown look of her hair. So, and you can put in your, say, white dress lady in the comments if you have an opinion for A, B, or C. Once Upon a Time can go anywhere on the collage if we decide to use it. It's not married to this image. I just left it there so I don't lose the words. So if you have an opinion on which one should go with our Airstream guy, let me know. A, B, or C. And if you have a name in mind, you can also make that suggestion. I'd love to hear from you guys. I miss the interaction, you know. Okay, so we wanted the word pleasure off here. And I don't know if I will keep the lady or not. I know that that is a swimsuit bottom, but it almost looks a little bit like she is wearing her underpants on the beach with a white button-up shirt. And technically, she could probably be our, so you can go D on this, A, B, C for the other three, the three that are here. And she could be D. So let me know what you think. You know, I may not go with your choice, but I do want to hear what you guys think. It's fun to collaborate in that way. I like to, you know, because sometimes I have an idea and it seems like a good idea. But maybe it's not. Okay. Oh shoot, I just screwed that up. That was me. Well, phooey. Okay, hold the phone, please. Now I kind of have to cut it here. Maybe there's a way to fix that. Okay. I have to put the bottom of the P back on here. All right, I have some washi tapes around here somewhere. Oh, here. It's the one Alice brought in the other night. But it's better to fix it with washi tape, I think, because washi tape you can glue down, but sellotape does not really like to glue down. It often lifts. Okay, so let's move this. Okay. So I can see the and then there's the stick. I think it's, I hope this is right. And yes, I did just lick my finger to get the paper to move more easily. It's my board has static electricity and the paper wants to stay on there. And where did the, oh, I just had the washi tape. Oh, put it back over here. But washi tape, the surface of it glues down fine. Sometimes I have to put a little bit more glue on, but it's usually okay. Okay. There, and there's a little bit of a gap, but nothing that some ink won't fix. And we actually only need this part, honestly. So we can actually, there, see, just like that. And, I mean, if you look real close, you can tell it's been fixed up, but I think it'll be fine. So let's go ahead and cut the end here. And then because we cut the P like that, we'll cut this other stuff down closer. Like this. To make it look like that's what we wanted to happen, right? There we go. And that's how it will be. Very nice. Okay. I want the word simple off this one. And I'm going to put her. It's the same lady. I don't know if this lady with the windblown hair is the same as the first lady that we were looking at. However, it's from the same section of the magazine. All this black and white. Kind of. But I love her laugh, and I think that's good because, you know, the Face of Teeny People one is supposed to be kind of about happiness. So let's look here. Where's our... So we'll wind up cutting up a little bit of her hair, but that's okay. And I'm going to pull that to up here. Oh, I got sidetracked and I never finished that other image. Okay. And we could actually cut her out because it's really just her with her arms hanging at her sides. I love the laugh, though. Hopefully that was like a spontaneous, real laugh. But she could be faking it, right? And then we all know this can't be any more than 6 inches high. So there we go. Now let's get the scissors over here and we'll cut this down a little bit. I hope that these air on Wednesdays. So I hope your week is good so far. Hump day it is. Mike. What day is it? I haven't really been doing any reading. I've been pretty bad about that. I have plenty of books to read. But I'm trying. I know I keep saying I have a plan, but I really do have a plan. I'm even color coding my calendar. I bought one of those. I think I showed it a while back at Office Depot, one of those like desk blotter things. It's too big for my work surface, but I keep it close to me, and I am color coding it this way because I haven't been doing very good with keeping up with everything. All right. I think just another last. There we go. There, perfect. Oh, yeah, that'll do. Oh, look, there's some little eyeballs. Okay, let's get the extra off here. Yeah, my board is, I don't know if rubbing a dryer sheet over it would help. Okay, let's get the rest of this one. There we go. Let's get those words off there. And I'm going to leave that for now that big because, you know, walking on the beach and stuff. And we'll see what we can do with that maybe. I like the boho look of her. I love that kind of boho gypsy chic kind of thing. So let's cut that out. I like that. And that would probably just be for a personal journal. Because I wouldn't want to have to cut it, you know. Maybe other than a little bit. I want to be able to see all the fringe and everything. There's not much room to cut it at the top. Okay. So here we are. That is the tiniest top ever. It's cute though. If you're a very young person and you are thin, it's very cute. Okay. So I think we're going to keep all of these images. I just think they're fun. We'll cut the words off them and stuff. I think here what we're going to do is just slice this straight across because I'm not that worried about the bottom of that sofa cushion. And so we've got this nice kind of almost creepy, like it's the ocean and a tree. It's got a nice vibe. And then I totally feel that vibe laying down watching a book or watching a book, reading a book. Oh my God. You can't leave me alone for 2 seconds. I'm always saying the wrong thing. But, you know, just chilling and laying around and lost in your thoughts kind of vibe. And there I hope that could be, she's wearing a little crop top. Like it's got long sleeves, but it only goes to like just under her boobs. And then she's wearing either a bathing suit and I can see the beach in the background or her underpants. So I'm going to go assume a bathing suit. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. Though magazines do seem to very much like to show people in, as little clothing as possible. It's almost a clothing optional vibe. So that's fun too. Although I would never lay around in my underpants. I got issues. Nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's not me. Okay, but that can have like a nice creepy vibe. It's just tree branches and the ocean is out there. And the whole vibe of it was California dreaming. So I like this. There's someone swimming in the water. So that could also be kind of a creepy stalkery vibe happening. Maybe, or it's just a nice evening ocean shot that you could put in a journal. I make things creepy by the way I see them. But that's a nice sunset shot, I like it. And it's good to find things for the serial killer journal, some new things. I had to ask you, I know people have lips like this on all by themselves, but that looks like she's had them plumped to me. What do you guys think? This lady, whoever she is, I'm getting a drink of I made myself chai. Again, that's 2 or 3 days in a row now. I'm going to crop it a little closer to her head, actually. Because she's for the Facebook. Oh, the things I say. So yeah, tell me about your week. What have you been up to? I am craving some street tacos. I wonder if I can put the idea in owls. It sounds really good. Okay, so that's going to be 4 inches right there, and I think that's good. I think we can work with that. And I just tore the edge off a little bit. I didn't quite push the trim all the way down. So she'll look good in the face-a-teeny. Facey people-y thing. Okay. Now I love what's going on here, so I want this for collage fodder. I do not want the words. So that'll be nice, right? As a little bit of collage fodder. I love the swirly. And it is a Sherwin-Williams ad. Sherwin-Williams does have nice colors. I think we're going to just kind of go around the edges here like this. Oops, okay. There we go. Tear that off right there too. There. Little bit of collage fodder. Okay, next one is some watches. I want the watch faces. I think they're cool. So we will quickly cut around that. And cut those separate. And what are we looking at for time? 34. We still have quite a bit, so I will save those for fussy cutting later. I am going to kind of make a different spot for it, though. Okay. Look at them chunky shoes. Now, those are hard to cut out because there's so much space. But look at those chunky shoes. Look at and look, they're wearing socks with it. I kind of like the picture of the girls, and that's, I think, why yeah. Kept this. So we're just going to cut them out. It's tempting to attempt to cut them out, but it gets so fussy around the straps and stuff, so I'm going to let that go. just to make myself frustrated, you know. Okay. And right here. I didn't quite get it cut enough. I can still see the word Prada on here, which I do not want to have. Let's try and cut that off there. Okay, I think we got enough that you can't tell it's the word Prada. Okay. There we go. And, oh, that's a bummer. It's a little bit, so we won't be able to see there's chunky shoes. We may have to save that for another spot. So I want this for Love Life and for the red or the yellow around it. So I'm going to cut here and a little bit further and there. And then we're going to take the yellow. Okay, we have to cut the words off. Oops. Okay, well, we'll just have that little fun piece. Okay. And okay, 2. And then we'll get 2 small pieces from off this part. I don't use yellow that often, but you know, it's a nice color. I'll tell you what I can't wear is yellow. My skin is the right color. I look like I have jaundice. It's not a good look for me. It's good to have a variety of choices in collage for sure. Colors are fun. Okay. All right. I like the words endless possibilities. So that's not straight. So let's try and, that should be good right there. And then let's try and get an equal sort of thing going on right here. That should be about right. There we go. And then cut off the ends. It's a little bit more room on the bottom than the top. And we'll decide if we want to keep that later. And then I did want the words Love Life. Because it's got clearly a body in the background, this will probably wind up in my journal as opposed to a collage project. Okay. Oh, and then I did keep this, the one that said Tarte Collections. And I'm probably going to keep the bottom of that image too. Let's see. 2. Okay. I think that's good. I like the kind of the grassy green field sort of vibe. Okay. So there is our, we might only want the word tart, or maybe we have a collection of tarts in our serial killer journal. I don't know. Like, not pastries, but girls with questionable morals. Yeah, that's kind of nice. I think I like it. It's kind of a happy picture. It's like, you know, I couldn't decide if I wanted this Cinderella or not. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. And we'd probably have to put something over the word Cinderella. So we're just going to. So we may tear that portion away or put something else over it, like layer some images. But so there's our Cinderella. And that's going to be for the people one. We're definitely cutting some of her hair off. Okay. Oops, it cut the little tip of her nose off. Well, that may still work. It may still be fine. Let's get pretty close to her chin. And then no more than 6 inches. There we go. Okay. So we've got a couple of this lady. I like the eye makeup, and I thought, you know, it might be good for the face of Teeny. I took these 2 pages out of the 4. So let's see what we can do here. Just trim those down. I've started watching Black Sails on some channel. It's through Amazon. I can't remember which one. Stars, maybe? Because a lot of the people who play that piratey game that I'm playing, 4 is not enough. 6 is almost too much. We'll just see. We'll cut it at 6. We can always cut it down, but we can't get more back. A lot of people reference it in the game, and I've never. It's a little rapey, but what would you expect with what's trying to be a reasonably historically accurate pirate kind of thing? I'm gonna try and leave her hand on there, but I don't know if we're gonna get it. If we're not able to use it, then I will crop it in a little closer. I think we're not going to get it. Yeah, we just got a little bit of her fingers. So over here, then I'm going to crop this down a little closer to her face. There we go. Okay, I'm going to see if we can fit this. It's a nice relaxed vibe. So I thought it might be good for the face of Teeny. But it may have to go somewhere else. I don't know. Let's see what 6 inches will give us here. Yeah, we won't get her mouth. So we'll cut it maybe right about there. And see if we can't find another use. Because we could do it like that way and she'd look like maybe she was dead or sleeping. That could be a thing. Okay, and then I think I'm going to fussy cut her out. So we're just going to cut some of this off here. I'm not sure why, but we're going to take the lady in her underpants and use her for something. One of the drones. Could be the serial killer. So we're going to leave it like that for now because I'm probably going to just fussy cut around all that. Now they frequently show these minimalist hairstyles, and I kind of like the back of the headshots. I don't know why. I don't know what that says about me, but I figure we could use it either in the people one or just in a glue book somewhere for fun. I did keep a few of the bikini shots either for summer or for what? For I'm not gonna keep that top one because it's got that ad in it, and I just I don't know, these could go in the serial killer, definitely. But they could just go in a summer, the summer glue book, because bathing suits is definitely a summer thing. And they are kind of flouncy, I kept this one for this. I think that suit is hysterical. I'm going to cut her down pretty small, though. Because we don't need super huge images. As small as I can and still get the feel of the swimsuit. We don't want to lose that skirt thing, That would be terrible. The whole reason for keeping it. It's like a little Western swimsuit almost. I don't know if that's what they were going for. But when people go square dance, this kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Only more revealing. Okay, and then I want to cut these ones out. So I'm just gonna cut it into 4s and cut some of the white space off for what, and I'll get to the like fussy cutting later. Ooh, it is warm in here. Okay, so that's for fussy cutting later. Definitely for summer glue booking. Or used ridiculously in other collages where, a woman in a swimsuit would be silly. This is the one that Els and I were talking about the other day. So I'm going to keep all of these, but I'm going to trim this one down some. So let's take off that rough edge first. And let's cut it here. We may cut this down a little bit, but we'll see. So, and then we do need to cut a little bit off the bottom because I can see the border off the other picture. So that needs a little trim. And finally, I don't want to cut all of it off, but I do want to make it a little smaller. There we go. Okay, again, probably would be the new serial killer book, but she could be a victim, right? Just floating in the water. That needs to be a little bit more. Still part of the layers on that. Okay. And I think that's as small as we can make that. Look at me making it creepy. Okay, so it's just actually Jane Birkin. But I like the headshot, so I think we're going to cut some of these out and see if we can't salvage that. So what I'm going to do is cut around this. And see if we can't. Maybe where this picture is. We'll start there like that. I know she's famous, but I think she's got that nice. I think these pictures are from the 60s and 70s, and I think that it's a nice vibe for the serial killer book. So where's the flat edge? Here, this is the flat edge. So let's start there. See, this is circa 1960. A little bit more. We're trying to, because these aren't straight, because they're laid out in the magazine like that, we're trying to make them a little more straight. Otherwise, it's going to look weird when I try and put it in the serial killer book. There we go. All right. And that's 1967, and that's 1966, 1969 down here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get that one. But let's start by, I don't know. Maybe here we want to use scissors because that's mostly straight. And then we can cut because this edge is not straight. It needs to be trimmed just another fine hair right here. Okay. I think that will be okay. It's a little crooked. Great, I think that's okay. I don't get many small pictures for the serial killer, so I like to try and take advantage of that when I can. So we're going to try and cut these two apart without cutting like into her head. Okay. We're going to barely get it. We'll keep the guy in the shot. We'll try to cut all of the shoe out. Okay. There we go. Another little picture. And then this one we've got to try and make square because it's not. Okay. Ooh, get just about right. Okay, there we go. So little tiny shots, right? There we go. We got all of them. Not too shabby, but there we go. Okay. This one I just want. I don't know. Maybe we'll take her face for the face of Teeny, but I was kind of going for the eyeball here. Okay. We would just want her face then. Okay. And then let's cut that down pretty close to the eye. Never too many eyeballs. Never too many eyeballs. All right, there we go. And then let's see about. Getting her the right size and taking the words off there. Oh, if we want to make that look right, we have to kind of, I like to match it, you know. Let's trim that even a little closer to a chin. There we go. There, now we just have a nice tight of the face for the, okay, there for the face of Teeny too. This book just loaded with faces. I'll have lots to choose from when we do the next. I'll probably be doing the video coming up real soon because Face of Teeny is supposed to go live on Mondays, I think. And I haven't done them for the last couple weeks. Things get out of my mind, you know? Okay, so we're going to put it at 4 inches and see if we can make that work. Yep, it's just barely gonna, there we go. So that'll work. Okay, I know you're ready for it. Yet another face, people, and we'll take the Ann Taylor. So let's take that off first. Let's take the let's go this far to start. And that's for ransom letters. Because the spacing is good. Okay, we'll put that right up there. Now we're going to get closer to... I think we want to see that she is wearing like a yellow thing. Crop that a smidge closer. And then that's as tall as it can be. All right. There we go. Okay, so we've got, I think I want her face for the face of Teeny, and then we've got these great big letters here. So let's start by doing this. I want that to be pretty close. Okay, so there we go. I think we kind of want to see she's in a car. Let's see what we may have to cut it down more, but let's trim. For now, let's just trim off the okay, let's see. Yeah, we'd have to cut for that to fit. I cut it at 5 inches. So we're going to want to cut there. Okay. I'm not even sure I'm going to keep this one. I just think he's fine. But I do want to cut off the words. And we can crop it down just a little bit. We'll go right about there. We can get a little closer here. Okay. So we'll have to see what we decide to do with that, if anything. We'll hold on to it for a while. If it doesn't get used, then... Okay, we're obviously going to take these letters. And I think I'm just going to do her face right like that. Okay. We need to get below the comma. I think that should be okay. For now, let's take that away. Okay. And I'm not going to cut off any of that side. And we're going to have to cut just the words off. So that'll be for the face roll. But here we have a whole bunch of words that we can, letters we can use for ransom lettering. There. I think we're just barely above the top of that. Okay. And there we go. We could find it to use for something. I think think just a little smidge more up. Okay. And that's all of that. Okay, we're going to fussy cut out this lipstick. So, put that up here with that stuff. And also this boot. And then let's see, what do we got here? I'm not sure why I kept this one. Okay. Okay, it looks like we've got some more face stuff. That one there. Oh, and I like this lady on the beach just standing there. It's a little creepy. Okay, so let's do this one first. So what was I talking about? Oh, so I started watching Black Sails. I'm kind of in the middle of the first season. It's an interesting storyline. It's highly fictionalized, but they're tried to have some historical accuracy for the period and stuff. Okay, but I gotta remember that we only have... I keep trying to make them too big. Okay, and then we want... I think I'm just cut right here like that. And then we'll trim around this. After 3 days of... Okay. So I have this nice, she's facing, I think she's facing, yeah, she's facing the camera. But I think it has a little bit of a creepy vibe to it. Could just be me reading into it, you know? Let's see. Okay. So I do want to use her. This one we're just going to cut down a little bit. Mostly to cut the words off and to make it a little more manageable inside. We'll figure out something. Okay, so we're gonna, I don't want to cut off the rounded part of the hair, but I do want to get as much of this for the face of Teeny as possible. Oh, that's going to be too long. 6 inches is right there. Oh, no, it's up a little bit. Okay, at least don't have to cut her chin off. I think that's good. Okay, and then another one. I think this is just a smaller shot of that same lady who looked like her lips were plumped. Let's cut this side off first. Could also be just that lipstick is very, very shiny. We're going to cut this one at 5 inches. And there it is. Okay, now I didn't save this one because they're naked. I'm going to try and just get the tops of this for the face of Teeny. That's the jewelry that makes you want to take your clothes off, with what we talked about on Monday night when I was live with Health. Okay. Oh, we didn't trim this side. That's the raw edge. And I think okay. So let's see, maybe at 4 inches. Yep, I think that's good. Now you can't tell they were ever naked. And we'll get rid of the rest of that. There's the proof. Okay, I wanted just the words off this page. Okay, let's cut that little extra bit off. We're almost to the end, ladies. We just got a few left. Oh, we went a little over an hour. Okay, I don't know why this one is here. She looks like a mannequin to me. I think I want to do something with the, and we kept that one. You know, I think if we could find some people like from a outdoor magazine doing something, I think that would be fun on that purse, on the front of that purse. So let's cut the rough edge off. And then trim it a little bit here because something got on the image right there. It's an interesting angle, but I think we are going to cut a little bit of that off because there's some words at the bottom. Okay, not sure what we're using it for, but it is a fun picture. Now the face, or the purse, I'm going to fussy cut. So I'm just going to probably don't want to. I'm going to need to have the hand because it's attached to the handle. So I'm not being careful enough. No, I can see where the edge of the purse is. It's okay. All right, so that's for fussy cutting. And then I think she looks like a mannequin. Like, I know she's a person, but the pose and the stiffness, like she was caught moving and she just froze, you know. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, but I love the look of it. So we're going to keep it like that for right now because there's no way to make it smaller until I'm sure what I'm going to use it for. And that's it. That's all of it. So let's quickly, and that's going to be for fussy cutting. We got a lot of faces, both for the serial killer and isn't she just fun? Got some little ones here. Maybe I like her. I took her for the face of Teeny, but maybe we like her for the serial killer. Okay. She looks like she knows something about something. Okay. And then we've got these little ones, and these are all for the serial killer. This one is for the serial killer. The lady in her bathing suit. Okay. So we've got our bathing suit ladies. And I think she's going to be for the serial killer, maybe. That's for the serial killer. And I think we're going to make it look like that. Okay, there for the face a teeny. Face a teeny. Not sure. I just like that. I think that's a happy image. So let's put it up. It's, well, and then we got some collage fodder, which we'll put with the, and then that's going to go up there. There is the lady again. And these ones, I like these ones for the creepy. These two, I think, could possibly be for the serial killer. We're not sure what we're doing with the boho lady. Serial killer. face a teeny, not sure. Potential white dress ladies right there. So these are our 4. So white dress lady, if you're going to vote, A, B, hold on. So A, B, C, D. If you want to vote, give me your thoughts on which one you think would be great for the Airstream killer. So A, B, C, D. And I will put those over here in the correct order. A, B, C, D. Okay. And that's for the serial killer. That's for the serial killer, maybe, or something creepy. That's for our neighborhood journal. This one is for creepy. Here's our 2. We scored 2 Foodie pictures. That's going to be for a personal journal. I love the shadow. I don't think that's going to be for the serial killer, but it could be for something creepy. That's going to be for the face one. I'm going to fussy cut her out, and I'm not sure what I want to do with her yet. And this is for our neighborhood teeny. We got to figure out how we're going to work it in there. So that's it. That's everything we did today. Sorry about it running over an hour, but I hope you enjoyed the harvesting session. And we did have our other fussy cut stuff right here too. We've got a boot, a lipstick, and a few ladies in swimsuits, some watch faces. So those will all go right up here with this. Okay. So I think we're good. There we go. Okay. If you have watched all the way to the end, thank you so very much. You are made of awesome. However you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. I hope you're having an awesome week, and I will see you on Friday for some fun. Some Friday hanging in the hollow. Until then, happy crafting. Bye, 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 bye. The end. Let's go ahead and push the button. Push the button.